to get those key items to trade in for that rainbow drop, which will allow you to build the bridge over that troubled water. And, well, go on to face the Dragon Lord. And we are underway, and we've got an herb in the throne room as well as a cursed belt and the obligatory magic key. Not enough MP to cast returns. They're going to have to use that key at the start here.
Yep, but they wouldn't be able to have return anyways because we are dealing with vanilla spell learning.
This is true, and just like that, well, okay, Tandagel is in its vanilla location, but we have a cave in the outset here.
And it's looking to be Tablet or Swamp, one of the two. I didn't see any enemies.
There looked to be one on Angel's side as a rogue scorpion, so yeah, Swamp Cave. So that'll get you over to the other continent. So at least it's a pretty quick travel, but now it's a matter of getting some levels along the way, and it looks like just to the west of the castle is where that Zone 0 is. It's going to have those weaker enemies.
Or so we think, because there's a magic drink. Thankfully, our runners do have enough agility to run past it. It's just a matter of finding a town. They have a curse belt. They'll sell that. They get some 180 gold and a copper sword.
That certainly is the potential. Now, thankfully, our runners just need 3 experience to get to level 2, thanks to the very fast leveling. So, at this point, it looks like 3 slimes is going to be the way to go. Mr. Holmes the first to do that. And it looked like
how about 17 power for agility, 2 HP, and 6 magic? Will that work?
Yeah, 17 power is a nice little boost there. And high spirits, well, tried to meander on upward with very little resources, and didn't get very far in this case here.
But Smashy did found the harp trading cave, and is going to go where Garingham normally is, and finds a town. But he's not powerful enough to take out a droll, so he's going to run, and finds coal. So there's a search spot here, could get something good.
How about Erdrick's Token, one of the 3 items that are needed to get that rainbow drop?
It's nice, but does nothing. Needs Erdrick's armor. Now, the problem with coal is that you do have coal's items, so that is a little too pricey for everyone. So it's just a matter of, continuing to search and maybe find... You gotta find Breckenary.
Ooh. Well, Smashy getting slept and wrecked by the Scorpion with a combination of sleep and hurt. And Angel FM finding the Red Dragon, the Fun Police.
Yep, that will arrest all of your fun in a moment's notice and will send you into the drunk tank. Or you kind of want to get drunk after running into one of them, I can't tell. By the way, High Spirit's got level 3, so that's the first spell, and that's Heal.
Yeah, Mr. Holmes up to level 5 already, so having Heal and Hurt. Finally going to do a little bit of exploration and running into a golem that punches him right in the face. We have a question in chat. As far as who's ahead, it's kind of hard to say. I mean, you could look at the levels, but you also have to look at the exploration. So far, Smashy and High Spirits having found coal and gotten Erdrick's Token, but still a long way to go. It's one of those too early to tell. While I guess you could consider this Super Thursday as opposed to Super Tuesday, not all of the precincts are in as of yet, or nowhere close to all of them.
The race is still too close to call, and nobody's dropped out to support other runners yet.
Well, at the conclusion of this, I'll let you know who my endorsements... No, that's... No, I still have one more race to go this Sunday, but that's a whole nother story. So, Smashy now heading on over to the east here, and I'm going to try to give us a look at where Vanilla Coal and the Vanilla... Oh, actually a few different spots here. So there's a cave that is going to look to avoid here. Erdrick's Token was in the normal flute spot in coal in this case here. For those just joining us, welcome into Randomania 3. Ferran Burgundy and Sigma Fan here with you, bringing you this super matchup, to say the least.
Lorgon is wondering, if I cheer enough bits, can I get any points in this race? We gotta ask the judges about that. Nope, can't. Alright, sorry, Lorgon.
So Holmes finding the Staff of Rain cave. And Smashy giving a Spectre a try here. Oh, but the Spectre has DL2 breath. And Angel FM and Smashy both finding that out the hard way. Moments away from one another.
Yeah, but somebody got a gold man killed, but unfortunately, that was Mr. Holmes. Unfortunately, does get killed himself by the phone police, so losing half of his gold, and that kind of hurts when you play vanilla-ish.
Now here is level 6 for High Spirits.
And High Spirits does have a copper sword, so that helps alleviate the need of always having to use her on some of these higher-end monsters.
Ooh, one of them, though, that still a little too early to really do anything with, including get away from, is the Armored Knight, which Smashy finds out and has to get sent back to start at the cost of half of his gold.
Angel FM gets level 6. But the big news is Holmes has level 7, so that's sleep. That helps out a lot. And Mr. Holmes is going to get a copper sword and a small shield. And also get Erdrick's token. And Smashy finds the jerk.
Yes, the Rainbow Drop Cave, that is where all the stuff will be traded in a little bit. Once they find the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight, and the already acquired Erdrick's token.
By the way, High Spirits decided to go through Swamp and is now in this other side. From the looks of it, it does look like to be the grave. No, Tablet.
No, it's
Sorry,
Tablet Cave. He's bonking around there. Kudos to him for making that trek in the dark, as if you get tripped up, if you don't have a torch, don't have the spell of outside, you just have to bonk your way around, as you can't take a death warp from an enemy. Will this labor be worth it? It's a torch, so if he gets lost, he'll be able to get out of it here. Smashy, meanwhile, finding the town of Brecconary.
Which is good news. That means that Curse Belt's going to get traded in. And instead of buying equipment, he buys herbs. So you have... So what is he going to buy? He's going to buy a copper sword and unfortunately not going to be able to afford much else.
Well, at 10 additional attack power certainly can be helpful. And to answer the question here, Brecconary is where the Staff of Rain cave would normally be. Yeah, numerous names for it. Staff of Rain cave, Shrine cave, some call it the Harp cave. Number of ways to say the same thing.
And a number of ways to die as well, as we saw with Smashy and High Spirits.
Ooh, Star Wyverns with Dragon Lord 2 Breath. That could be problematic once we get to Charlotte Castle. That Dragon Lord 2 Breath, it does damage anywhere from 65 to 72 hit points of damage, and our runners do not quite have nearly that much, as High Spirits demonstrates there, thanks to the Spectre.
And we have Angel FM finding another cave. It is Freebie Cave. This could be big.
I believe that was Erdrick's sword.
It was Erdrick's sword.
Yeah, with these fast text and speed hack settings, it's a blink and you miss it type thing, but this is going to give Angel an advantage for sure in terms of the offense.
And he's going to continue to cleave that good old Magic Wyvern and all of these higher end enemies, and sleep helps a lot too.
Now over here to where Hawksness would normally be, that is where Smashy is heading. And it's Vanilla Hawksness. Now, did Smashy go to where the mountain cave would be?
No, Smashy went past it.
Uh-huh. Now looks to be doubling back, and as long as... Oh, wait. A little under where you need to be there. Gotta go around that mountain range. Alright. Garenham for high spirits.
That's good news, but doesn't have a key. But the problem is for Angel FM, he does have the Rogue Scorpions have heal more, so that's a problem.
Yeah, it kind of takes away from it being an ideal enemy, and here is level 9, which will include the Spell of Radiant, and Angel wisely running from the Spectre with its Dragon Lord 2 breath. So Smashy, just a couple of steps away, is going to go in and get that wonderful news of Erdrick's sword. Meanwhile, wow, Angel taking a gamble and having it pay off, taking the long trek to where Cantlin is. That is a heck of a hike, but that is going to yield Rimeldar, and that will allow access to keys.
And he's going to have a lot of money to get all the keys that he needs. He'll spend 2 of them to get that chest. Who knows, it could be Erdrick's armor.
Ooh, but trying to get back over toward Hawksness and getting slept and wrecked by a knight with the combo of sleep and hurt.
It is Erdrick's armor, I have called it. Angel FM just got Erdrick's armor.
Inside a... Wow, everything coming up Angel here. Oh, and there's that Star Wyvern with the fire breath. Yeah, Erdrick's armor in the Rimeldar chest. That is a new wrinkle here for this version 2.2 of Dragon Warrior Randomizer, where Erdrick's armor can be not just in any of the 3 search spots, but it can be in a treasure chest.
So now Angel's now gotta make his way back to the castle, to check underground, or, well, he doesn't have anything that he can play around with in his inventory, so he can't take a death warp.
After a couple of laborious swings, Angel able to get through that Rogue Scorpion. Ooh, and Magic Wyverns with the Wombo combo of Sleep and the Dragon Lord 2 breath.
Yeah, it looks to be like 25%.
Well, sometimes that little bit is all you need. Wow, definitely a lot of jerk birdishness on this one. High Spirit's going to put the Wyvern to sleep.
And it looks like Angel FM is going into Hawksness. It's worth taking a look now that you have the best armor and the best sword.
And it looks like a red dragon is guarding something potentially. But Angel figures, alright, I'm here. Let's go ahead and take a look at all the things.
Alright, now get out of my way, guard. Thank you. You got some gold. More gold. More gold!
And the
Just
silver
trading- yeah,
heart.
what-
3
and,
golds
the,
and a silver.
Yep, trading cave's not too far behind.
3 golds and a silver, very much like Michael Phelps Olympics or something.
That makes a lot of sense. No, wait, it wouldn't make sense, because Michael Phelps would never win a silver. He'd only win gold.
Well, I'm foreshadowing. If for some reason he decided to do this one, maybe there's my early prediction.
And Angel FM's found Garen's grave. Maybe he can find the Stones of Sunlight in here and not have to worry about much about anything and just grind and go.
Oh, but a little bit of a stop along the way as the Star Wyvern double fire breaths, and that's pretty much that.
That's the bad news. The good news is now all the chests inside the grave now are grindable. High Spirits, by the way, as somebody just pointed out, now has Erdrick's Sword. By the way, Burgundy, can you tell us how a gold grind works?
Absolutely, or well, yeah, gold grind or treasure chest glitch. There's a number of different ways to explain it here, as it's now going to be taken advantage of. So treasure chests, every time you go to the overworld, those chests respawn, but due to the programming limits at the time the game was made, the game only tracks up to 8 chests as open. So every one open beyond the 8th chest, the game doesn't know what to do with it, so you can just keep taking it over and over and over again. So what happened in this case was Angel opened the 4 in the throne room. After taking a death warp, went back to the throne room where those 3 are automatically marked as open, so you don't take those repeatedly. And then going down into the basement where the grave was, the first chest of those 3, that was number 8, and then the other 2 were 9 and 10, and those, as well as this one here, can be taken over and over again. And because the game doesn't really, again, know what to do in this situation, it pretty much throws up random text as far as what you have found. So when you go into your item inventory, it goes to the first thing, which is bamboo pole, but otherwise, you get some interesting combinations. In that case, it said the broadsword, although no swords other than the Erdricks can be found in a chest. In this case, it was the fighter's ring. Earlier, we'd seen the Harp Knight. There's also the Sword Magidrak, and personally, my favorite, Thou Hast Found the Red.
Or the bamboo pole.
But ideally with that, if you find a treasure chest that has the gold in it, you can continue to take that gold chest over and over, and it's like an ATM endlessly spitting money out.
Oh, if only... Apparently there is one called Plate Drakima.
Yes, I have seen the Plate Drakima before. Alright, Angel... Well, it's found the apparent hand axe, and it looks like it's a fairy flute deep in the grave.
If the spike enemy was if it was a golem either in Swamp Cave or in Hoxus, that would be a good find. But unfortunately, it's not. And Mr. Holmes is going into Tablet and will be getting himself the annoying torch.
So, High Spirits is navigating a cave. Again, pretty much knows how to go through all the caves in the dark, so... okay, that was Swamp Cave, so is now out where Rimmeldar normally is.
And gets fire breath for his efforts.
Not fatally, however.
No, so now you gotta figure with Angel FM, where do I go? And it looks like he is gonna make a beeline and go back to the, looks like he's gonna hit Hawk's Nest.
Yeah, hoping to perhaps outlast whatever is there. And High Spirits going all the way down to where the Rainbow Drop Cave would normally be, and this time we have the town of Cantlin.
Now, unfortunately, High Spirits, I don't think he's found Remeldar yet, so he can't go in. So he's gonna buy some wings and load up on little accoutrements and continue on.
And we have a question in chat: were the Stones of Sunlight found? They were not yet. My hunch, though, is probably the place to go, just based on everything that we've seen here, is probably to head to, at least in Angel's case, is to head to Garenham, as you have the key to be able to access those 3 chests back there, and I think, based on what we have seen, the back of Garenham, I believe... Oh no, we didn't see the back of Tangent, or no, oh yeah, the back of Tangent was Grave, so... that would mean that by default, or by process of elimination, the back of Garenham should be the Mountain Cave. So that's
and
8
Mr.
treasure
Holmes
chests.
just got the Erdrick Sword. So now it looks like everybody's got Erdrick Sword.
Angel gonna give us a look here, and I got back attacked, is gonna go in reverse here, give it another go.
Yeah, he's gonna try and damage race it. He doesn't have enough.
Not quite. I'm trying to recall. Garenham was where Vanilla Coal is, correct?
That is right.
Yeah, I think that would be the play for Angel for the moment. Well, but first,
Angel's
gonna
gonna
take a
take
little
a
drop off
detour.
here. We'll run a little errand there. It's like picking up the manager's special in Supermarket Sweep.
Or actually, in this case, it's more like completing the shopping list.
Well, completing the shopping list, yeah. Or perhaps a bonus, just a little detour, I suppose.
Seeing how it's required, it does feel more like the shopping list. And it does look like Angel FM is going to make his way to gold. Or make his way to Garenham.
Mr. Holmes with the experience advantage up to level 12, but not by a whole lot here, as all it'll take for Angel is another 54 experience to match that level total, but first getting a little trolled by non-playable characters here. So we've got an herb, torch, and a magic key.
Nice replacement magic key. Now he'll go in the back of here, and High Spirits now finds Remeldar, but Angel FM finds Mountain Cave. So depending what he finds here, if the stones are here, then he's in grind and go mode. But he finds gold in the first chest. We have 4 chests below. And Angel FM hero walked it.
Oh, but don't speak too soon, as a red dragon stopping Angel FM in the lower end of the mountain cave before potentially acquiring the Stones of Sunlight.
And look, now High Spirits just got his armor.
And Angel now heading on over to the other end. through the swamp cave. Gonna probably head on down to where Cantlin is and maybe see, rather than having to go back through that mountain cave, maybe gonna see if perhaps the overworld has the Stones of Sunlight.
But heads up play against the Blue Dragon. Looks like a 75% hurt more user and blocked all of it.
Yep, Angel able to take out that Blue Dragon for 180 experience. That was for Game Boy F9 in chat, because he used my command, but it doesn't work here. That doesn't work here in Randomania 3, just over on the Burgundy broadcast program.
Or may I say, 180! And it is just fight. There is no overworld search spot. So, unfortunately for Angel FM, there's only 2 places to go. He can fight a red dragon, or he can fight a red dragon on the second half of Mountain Cave.
Yeah, take your pick.
By the way, since we're almost 30 minutes into this race, I want to give a shout out to all of our runners, High Spirits, Mr. Holmes, Angel FM, and Smash. Give them all a follow on their respective channels. They all play wonderful games, and they all do such great stuff for the entire Dragon Warrior Randomizer community by running in all these grit races and spreading the message about the game. So follow them on their respective channels, and also give the people behind the scenes a follow as well. CyberDark86 and Lord of the Synth are wonderful trackers. Aramessi, who is a restreamer, give Furon Burgundy a follow, and if you have any inclination whatsoever, give myself a follow, and I would thank you for that. Alright, top 3, we have Wings. Oh, we already know what's on the top of Garen's grave. We need to find out what's on the top, what's on the second floor of Mountain Cave.
Kind of curious to see where Angel, I guess Angel's trying to get to 13 to use, no, not return, okay. Gonna head up to where the tablet cave is, perhaps? Or is just using this area here to grind on Magi Wyverns, possibly.
Yeah, it's looking to be a good idea as well. Yeah, that's kind of his play.
As long as they stay asleep and don't use that breath.
Lavkin saying, vanilla map means none of these seeds can be validated via the Spark over seal of approval. We need to restart. Can't do that on week 5, dude.
Yeah, this is where the vanilla of vanilla-ish comes into play. Sacrifices had to be made.
And it looks like Angel of Femme is going to head to Hawk's Nest.
Figuring, alright, I'm at level 13, but still only 97 HP with 113 attack power. Let me crunch the numbers real quick. You gotta last, on average, 5 rounds with the Red Dragon, as it has up to 106 HP, and with that 113, you're swinging for 17 to 34. So you might be able to get it in 4, but... yeah, Lord of the Synth here noting that perhaps either grinding another level or 2 or going back into Mountain seems to be the way to go, but then you run into the Red Dragons in Mountain that way as well. Mr. Holmes getting to Rimmildar and getting Erdrick's armor. Quick cast of return. At this point, yeah, Stones of Sunlight is what they're seeking. Now, if it turns out that the Red Dragon here in Hawksness is guarding it, then this is another gamble that Angel has made that will pay off. But, oh no, 35, the perfect bid.
Perfect bid.
With the back attack as well, but don't look now. High Spirits is in the mountain cave.
It's this type of strategery that has him as the #1 seed. That and a lucky roll against Mr. Holmes.
Now there's level 13 for High Spirits.
Red Dragon is also known as the gigantic whammy of Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
Alright, so High Spirits where Angel FM was. Let's see. There's some gold. An empty chest.
That would have been an herb or a magic key.
There's the Death Necklace.
Could see some use, but the AP is pretty high.
Empty chest there as well.
Oh, the Red Dragon's got it. The Red Dragon in Hawksness has it.
Angel made the right play, just didn't quite have enough to take it out. And High Spirits immediately beelining over to the swamp cave. Angel getting out of dodge.
Oh, it's also a Red Dragon! So, in order to do anything, you've got to fight a Red Dragon. Which is not good for anybody. So, it looks like the original play that Angel FM had, grinding on lower tier enemies, is the right one.
So Smashy picking up a large shield in Cantlin. So now it's going to come down to who has the most efficient grind spot. Well, Angel not liking that, going to go ahead and opt to go into the swamp cave and perhaps find out what had just been found out not too long ago by High Spirits, that no matter which way you go, there is a red dragon.
The fun police, they'll hurt you in your sleep. $1,648 for the level, so that takes you around to like 100 HP, taking 97 HP. I think that pushes you over the edge.
Yeah.
101 HP. I think that does it.
I'm rustling through my number crunching papers here. So 77. You're looking at getting hit 20 to 41. Ooh, wow. So well, Angel able to take care of it there.
Yeah, excellent move. No need to rescue the princess. So, he's gonna stay there for a future adventure. and is gonna try to grind here. He knows Magiwyverns are here, but blue dragons as well, and those are the best things to fight. And a miss menu by Angel FM throws a hurt at it, which is not what he wanted. And it could cost him. Nope, but does it. I think Angel FM is hoping 15 has enough power behind it.
Oh, Angel hasn't checked the tablet cave yet, so gonna quick get on in and do that here. But that'll allow for a little bit of grind time for High Spirits to catch up, now at 14. Level 15, that is 5,000 experience if this is the target number.
And Angel FM's almost there.
Yep, 165
so I'd
away.
just say go to Hawk's Nest. Go to Hawk's Nest, you can get 15.
Well, depending on the enemies that he runs to along the way, he might get 15 in the path to Hawksness. Smashy, meanwhile, has found Rimmildar.
The Stone Man will do it, by the way.
And does. 1085 and the spell of Repel.
Stones of Sunlight Jubale is in the Red Dragon at Hawk's Nest.
And a good point by Lavkian in chat that having found Rimmildar and found Erdrick's armor 37 minutes into the seed, he has to be feeling insanely behind.
Which, unfortunately, he is. And now, Angel of FM has got to figure out... I think all he has to do, he's just got to bang his head against the wall, unfortunately. And both of them were sniped by Magiwyverns, you know, being slept and wrecked.
Angel now taking out a werewolf. Opting to run away there because the HP was getting a little low. So yeah, some red dragons have been taken down. And yes, the twist to this with it being vanilla-ish is you learn the spells just as you did when you played Dragon Warrior as a kid. So, heal at level 3, hurt at 4, sleep at 7, radiant at 9, stop spell at 10, outside at 12, return at 13, repel at 15, heal more at 17, so 17 minimum required, and then hurt more at level 19, but I highly doubt that our runners are going to get that far.
No, because it looks like 17 you'll have enough power.
Well, we say that, but we could have 2 empty eye levels for 16 and 17, and then my prognostication will look foolish. And Angel gets the Stones of Sunlight, taking out the Red Dragon.
So he gets it first, I think what you got to do now is he's just gonna grind on red dragons. Mr. Holmes, we didn't see this. Mr. Holmes now has the got it first, and now is in grind to go.
So Holmes and Angel getting the stones pretty close to one another. They both have to take care of the acquisition. Oh, actually, Holmes did get the rainbow drop. So Angel still has to take care of that. And the experience differential, about 1 red dragon difference. Now 2, as it's about a 500 differential. Angel taking the death warp here.
All those low rolls. Mr. Holmes doing something interesting, trying to fight a golem head on, didn't work. And so Jerk Cave is where Swamp North was.
And just like that, High Spirits catching up in experience here and has now taken the experience lead. Angel heading into, I guess, misremembering where the cave was. That was where Erdrick's sword was acquired about 25 minutes ago.
And we're going to get to see what 16 is. 6 power, 2, 10, and 2.
Oh, that could be crucial here. Angel misremembering where the Rainbow Drop Cave was. Heading to the Vanilla Stones Cave instead. Now heading over in the right direction, but just that little slip up here, the talent of these 4 individuals is so similar.
And it looks like Mr. Holmes is settled on a red dragon grind. However, High Spirits is got a big experience point lead. He's gonna not have enough, so he's just gonna walk around for a bit in order to get the health up. But an excellent move on a werewolf helps. What is it, 8,000 for 17?
Yes, 8,000 experience is the target number, and this red dragon, if HS able to take it out here, will do it. But it might be, yeah, too little, too late there. So just like that, about 1,000 experience lead for High Spirits. Just has to acquire the Rainbow Drop. But again, that attack power is not ideal. There is a lot of MP, though.
And Angel FM is just gonna grind in Hawk's Nest, it looks like. Sherlock, it looks like.
Here is 17. 15 power. That is going to do it.
Yep, that's more than enough.
134 attack. You're looking at an 8 to 17 attack range on the second form of the Dragon Lord. So on average, it'll take 14 attacks. And you have well over that in Yeah, 125. That is 15 heal mores. So you have a heal more or two to burn even.
Let's see what High Spirit's play is going to be. Is he just going to beeline it straight? He's going to beeline it straight for Sherlock. No, I take that back. He's going to go fill up at Cantland.
It's an interesting play here by Angel. Still trailing by... Well, still, I shouldn't say trailing, but still shy of level 17, the crucial level it's needed, by 1,300 experience, a little less than. So Smashy, meanwhile, looks to be setting up and doing a gold grind here.
I don't hate what Angel FM is doing. If he could run into golems, he'll be okay.
And with the fast text, the fairy flute, which normally takes about 8 seconds, is considerably quicker than that. I want to say, I don't know, I haven't timed it, maybe a second or less even. Has enough there, so
Stone
74.46.
So, two stone men and something, two golems and something else. But running into this blue dragon, not being allowed to run, that's a problem, and he's gonna burn off all of his reserves, and a red dragon to... So this could be a gamble that not gonna pay off.
Oh, an angel falling to a stone man.
It's that gamble that unfortunately did not pay off. Meanwhile, High Spirits is taking advantage of Repel being able to be used inside caves, and that does include Sherlock Castle. Not sure there's much that he is repelling.
Just wizards at this point. The other 9 enemies are still in play. Smashy did pick up the silver shield, so once he does get into Sherlock, that will help as far as the defense, but at this point, with High Spirits and Mr. Holmes, the top 2 seeds in the league, they are neck and neck here in Sherlock.
And Mr. Holmes has the advantage, making his way to the U floor. And there he is at the U. Meanwhile, High Spirits is just having problems being blocked by red dragons. Mr. Holmes being able to escape blue dragon. Now is in the straightaway. Is now in the final lap. Gotta go around turn 1. Runs into our first green dragon of the game. Manages to squeak by that. Now into turn 2. He's halfway home. Runs into a wizard. And now, getting ready to turn 3, runs into Wizards of Blue Dragons. A lot of enemy encounters. Past turn 3. Over the 2 bridges. Stone Man, he's able to run past that. Now we take a look at this spike spot. It's a blue dragon, which is easily allowable to be sliced up.
Oh, and a nice crit on top of it.
Mr. Holmes not healing.
He does get the heal more there, and now, oh, a back attack from the Dragon Lord. So we've got 12 to start. Up to 26 now. Dragon Lord is anywhere between 150 and 165, up to 38. 48. Not gambling there on 47. 61 now. 75. Gets the double off of that. 87.
He is good.
96. 107. 117, and high spirits on the Dragon Lord as well. Oh, and look at the low rolls now. 126.
Two runners.
142. And 157 does it.
Mr. Holmes is going to finish first. He will be your number 1 seed coming out of this. High Spirits had the lead, but was just passed by Mr. Holmes. He will take second place if he can kill the Dragon Lord.
Yes. Chat, get out your GGs. The official SRL time for Mr. Holmes, 51 minutes and 15 seconds.
What a race. What a race between Mr. Holmes and High Spirits. And Angel FM is now on the bottom floor as well.
And just behind him, 45 seconds later, High Spirits taking second place. 52 minutes flat for High Spirits. And that will get him the number 2 overall seed, 23 points. As I'm seeing the numbers being crunched by one of our administrators as we speak.
And High Spirits will be finishing with 20 points, so that's awesome showing. Smashy will finish with 18, depending if Angel FM doesn't blow it against the Dragon.
So Angel working on the Dragon Lord here. Still has plenty of heal mores left. And the rolls have been pretty good. They've all been in the mid to upper teens for the most part. There's a 13. And a 12 will do it there. So despite what Angel had said in my chat earlier as far as practice, Angel FM not taking last place, but taking third with an official SRL time of 53 minutes and 47 seconds.
Well, we have High Spirits and Angel FM right here with us in the booth. That was a good race, you two.
GG, Holmes, and Angel.
Hi, I just came in here. Hello.
I saw that. That's why I said GG.
Wow, you're very quick on the draw. I was surprised.
Well, I was dragging Angel in here, so it kind of worked out, me noticing you.
Perfect. I can't get one past you. That's the power of chocolate milk.
You got 45 seconds past me. That's all that matters.
Alright, so how much did that death cost me?
First to third.
Potentially. I mean, it's kind of hard to, hard to look into the crystal ball or, Karnak the Magnificent's envelope or any. Wow, I'm dating myself with that reference. But yeah, it's hard to necessarily see. But it was definitely that death to the Stone Man was rather costly. I did want to know, Angel, were you looking to go for the Dragon Lord with the, I think it was 90-something MP that you had at that point?
I mean, I was gonna try it. Why not? What's the worst that could happen?
Fair enough. It was, it was one of those bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off kind of things.
And I mean, especially with that strength gain we just got on 17. I mean, yeah, it would have been the right play.
It would have given that little advantage, but yeah, the Stone Man just being very uncooperative. But it was back and forth between the three of you for quite a while. It was a very, very good race.
Yeah, like this seed, I was saying pretty much everything was in the worst possible location.
Yeah, and I took the worst routing to get to all of it too. It was kind of annoying. Like Rimildar was the last thing that I checked, you know.
yeah, same here. Same here. I was like, oh, I'll just check whatever is in Vanilla Jerk. Like, ah, crap, it's Cantley.
With no
And make
coordinates or
matters
anything
worse,
of that
no
nature.
coordinates.
Yeah, I mean, I got the sword and armor, I think, pretty early, like within first 20 minutes.
Yeah, about
More
20,
like the first
21 minutes
15.
in, yeah.
Yeah, sword was pretty easy. The armor didn't take me too long when I got to the next continent, but yeah, the sword was pretty quick and easy.
I feel like I may have been lagging behind in that respect, but I don't know. Usually I take these things pretty conservatively for no apparent reason.
Yeah, you were one of the last. Both Angel FM and High Spirits did get the sword. Actually, I think you were the last one to get the sword. But then you quickly got the armor.
Yeah, this
Right.
flag set kind of embraces grinding early and fast, as long as you can get a weapon in.
Right, I think what ended up happening, the reason I didn't get the sword, because it was in Vanilla Mountain Cave, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. I had been going there, and I was probably about 20 tiles away, just crossing that little fancy swamp, and I died to some ridiculous enemy, so I just decided to go east, and I put that off for a while. So that was just an unfortunate break in that respect then.
That is true, but you had already grinded and got everything, while Angel, well, you were the first to get the stones, because we thought Angel FM was the first, but then when he got the stones, you're already in Jerk Cave, trading everything in.
Right, so he was the second first.
Exactly.
And I went back to Hawks like multiple times, just because I had the feeling that the stones were there in the first place. And when I think I died the third time, I just decided to go back to Mountain, and that proved to be like
Yeah, you'd gotten the first chest in Mountain Cave, and then took a death to I believe it was a red dragon, coincidentally enough. And then it was that, not necessarily indecision, but kind of, all right, pick your poison in a sense. Do I go back to that lower level of the Mountain Cave where there are 4 more chests, but there are red dragons lurking there, or do I go and try to take out the red dragon in Hawksness?
I mean, I felt like the red dragon was fine at, 95 HP at that point, and just, unfortunately got exact damage.
Oh, I tried that red dragon several times before I had 109 health, and I couldn't get it until then.
Yeah, for me it was the 100+ level. I mean, I think I only did it twice because... Well, yeah, I found Hawksness before Rimildar, and I just tried it just because, and I died, and then I just did not go back. I'm like, may not even be important. So I checked everything else first, and then by that point I had the level to go back and try again.
And by the way, just to let you know, Mr. Holmes, first place all 5 weeks. How does that feel?
I mean, going into this, it was mostly just for posterity. But I mean, it feels good, of course, but I would have been just as happy. I'm just glad this seed was nowhere near the dumpster fire that like all of my practice seeds had been, and High Spirits can vouch for that. He said he had the same thing. Like this was annoying. There were red dragons and armored knights, but like compared to some of the stuff we've seen, this was just a little tricky.
Actually, the armored knights were tame. I was glad to see them because they barely ever attacked you. But man, so many things that you could kill for a long time had Dragon Lord breath, and it was really frustrating.
Right, man. So I must have had bad luck with armored knights then, because I had ones like attack me 3-4 times in a row, and I knew they had stop spell, and I knew they had hurt. I was just like, come on, man, let's go already.
Nah, I killed every single one of them I saw, so I was enjoying.
Yes, well, you must have taken my half of the enjoyment.
At least until the 51-15 mark, then he gave it back to you.
Right, I mean, I just feel like I got lucky not having any Sharlock shenanigans. There was some Mr. Holmes encounter rate for a brief moment, but other than that, nothing. Once I got the level on the first basement, it was just like, okay, please no red dragons. Maybe I saw one, probably ran away, and then we were good to go.
If that was the case. So as we are watching Smashy finish up, going back into Sherlock, how was the dives in Sherlock for all three of you? Was it easier, just as normal as you thought, or was it a bit harder than normal when you were practicing, shall I say?
Ton of red dragons, but they actually weren't too difficult to run from. Otherwise, it was pretty easy for me. I didn't use a single heal.
Right, there were two. I feel like there were 2 out of 5 in the first zone, and I might have seen one in the last zone as well. I can't remember.
It was the first 2 zones had it.
Okay, so it must have been the second zone then. But by the second zone, I already had heal more. Usually, my strategy with these is like pretty much every seed like you can win at level 17, right? So I just try and dive at level 16 and get that last level on the way down.
Yeah, it was like there were no good grind spots. It was like either you get your face kicked in by a red dragon, or you get your butt whipped by a red dragon, or
You go to
slog
Charlotte,
it out in the
red
open
dragons. Yeah, I mean, I decided to fight red dragons in the swamp cave for like a small grind, and I would fight it. I would have like 20 HP at the end, and then I'd cast a 15 MP heal more by casting heal 5 times. I couldn't think of anything better.
Yeah, I pretty much did the same thing after I got the stones and just went right back to Hawks for times, just to get some experience.
Did you feel the same way, Mr. Holmes?
I decided to go near the swamp cave at home. That way, at least if I died, things wouldn't be too bad. But I mean, if you're already there, you might as well grind in Hawksness. Because yeah, try and get as close to 17 as possible. And then I think I had one fight where the red dragon dodged me and I died. And then a Magic Wyvern sleep DL2'd me like 4 times. I was like, all right, I'm just going to Sharlock. And then there are red dragons there too. So it's just like, well, I can't get away from them. So, hooray.
Smashy looking for the fighter's ring, but that's... Where was fighter's ring? That was in one of the 2 lower chests in the grave, I think.
It must have been the first one, because I don't think I made it all the way to the bottom. I can't remember.
It was the first one.
Yeah, because deep in the grave was the flute.
Oh, damn. That would have been nice. The flute is pretty boss when it comes to speed hacks. It makes golems like so much more of a grindable enemy than in other flag sets.
And that was also part of the thing too, is that since I had a flute, I was also going to take the chance on maybe golems being in Sharlock and just try to grind to 17 that.
Yeah, that would be smart if you had it, for sure. I mean, like the way I look at it is when you have people that are like plus or minus like 2 minutes, it's just like you all pretty much played the same. It's just like slight RNG determined the outcome. It could have very easily been the reverse order as far as I'm concerned. So good job for everybody. I mean, we're all qualified in a very good position. So look forward to some upcoming battles in the playoffs.
By the way, Smashy put on the death necklace.
At 17 or 18?
17, so with 93 health.
Oh, I guess, well, it might be different if he has a silver shield, but I think I only had like 80 defense or 82 defense.
Yeah, he has a
Yeah, he has a
silver
silver
shield.
shield.
So
Fair
GG, both of you. We survived into the playoffs, so I am going to head off, and good luck in the playoffs.
For sure. What is the first playoff round flags?
Permanent
I'm
repel.
really bad at keeping track.
Standard
Permanent
except
repel?
permanent repel flag. So yeah, that's going to be an added wrinkle. So pretty much for those unfamiliar, permanent repel. So you don't have to worry about the spell of repel, but once your defense exceeds a particular enemy's strength, you will not encounter that enemy for the rest of the game.
Oh man, that's fascinating. Like I can imagine some niche situations where you're defense breaking only things you can fight, so you have to like throw out some armor and buy some clothes just so you can fight stuff. That sounds like it might be hilarious.
Yep, that's the case. And Smashy did it. SRL time, 1 hour, 6 minutes, 38 seconds.
Oh golly, and Smashy putting the comment in IRC, when the entire seed is key locked, don't last location Rimeldar.
Which I think we all did anyway. so
Yeah.
that was fun.
Pretty much.
Except for Angel FM, that was one of the first things he found.
It was found pretty early on, yes.
Well, that just, I mean, when you get the sword, and then you can probably tank through a lot of stuff, and yeah, you probably would have sleep at that point, so there were magic wyverns you could sleep, rogue scorpions. Yeah, that doesn't sound too unreasonable. It's just a matter of picking that path, picking the left path over the right path. Anywho, I think I'm just about done as well. I'm pretty hungry, so I'm gonna grab a bite to eat. Cheers, everybody.
Yeah, let's all have some dinner. Does Smashy want to talk or no?
Well, I think Smashy's in the midst of getting out all the words that can't be said here on Randomania. And I can't say as I blame him.
Yep. It's like Chris Jericho losing the title.
That is certainly one way to look at it here. Well, taking a look at the rest of the schedules, it looks like we've got that all squared away. So there are 2 more matchups tomorrow night. One of those is going to be at 9:15 Eastern, the other at 10 p.m. Eastern. The Group 8 matchup at 9:15, that will be Bismarck 189, Braxis Muse, Scorpion Max, and Vela V. And then at 10 o'clock tomorrow night, CD Improv, Guelph 35, Ursine Deshure, and Centroid 41. And then rounding out the week, and there are some playoff implications for this one, it'll be Sunday night at 8 o'clock. It'll be Zarnax 42, Cyberdark 86, Lord of the Synth, and myself probably in last.
And 3 of you are currently producing this stream right now. Cyberdark and Lord of the Synth being our trackers.
And Zarnax is usually around doing admin-ish things and being in charge, or being partly in charge. So, yeah, there's definitely a tight-knittedness between the 4 of us. So that'll add to the the tension, I guess, that will lead into, we'll have a full scope of it's almost like one of those the last day of the NFL games where you can see, all right, this team wins if they win and this person loses, or if this person finishes in this place, then this person's in. So there's going to be a lot on the line regarding that. And I believe that over on our sister station here, there's another race that is going on, and that will also have playoff implications. So I believe the winner of that will clinch a spot. So we'll be getting on over to that momentarily here.
Yep, and Smashy, I don't think is.
Smashy has declined an interview, as I see here. So,
all right, so let's wrap it up, shall we?
Yeah, looks as though we want to make sure to give a follow to our 4 runners here, as they have been fantastic. Gave you a heck of a race here this evening. And make sure to follow the folks behind the scenes as well, helping bring this all to you here among the Randomania networks. Aramessi taking care of the restream, and our trackers, Lord of the Synth and CyberDark86. And for my co-commentator, Sigma Fan, I'm Ferran Burgundy saying until next time, may your moves be excellent and your seeds stay classy. And we're now going to take you over to the Randomania Prime Network, just plain old Randomania, where the remaining Week 5 matchup of this evening will be going on. Monsieur Slime, Brian Williams 42, J-Man 1865, and Leggy Starscream. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.